slaves, except there was one part of the Jewish people who never were slaves, and that was the tribe of Levi. Now, how did the tribe of Levi get out of being slaves? The answer is that of the brothers, Levi was the last one to die. And the way the Egyptians, Pharaoh convinced the Jews to become slaves, there are a lot of Jews. How does he convince them to go into servitude? So the story goes is he declares a national day for public works, and everybody should show up. And the first day everybody shows up, and then a few less people. So the Jews show up because they have to be more Egyptian than the Egyptians, and suddenly they're surrounded by the army. And they suddenly realize that they're now enslaved. But Levi, when he began to hear this stuff that Pharaoh was doing, remember he's an old guy, an old geezer, and he says, I smell a rat. I know he's up to something. This is not going to be good for the Jews. So he ordered all of his children, grandchildren, etc. You don't go along with this. You ignore it. And so the tribe of Levi was never enslaved. But the lesson in this is to teach us something very important. That sometimes an old geezer knows what he's talking about.
I resemble that comment.
Sometimes, we old folks, we've been around the block. We've heard these things before. And therefore, we have to be aware that there are con artists. The Egyptians were not doing things for our benefit, but for their benefit. And that's why Levi ordered the tribe of Levi, you don't show up for this day of work in Egypt. And that's why the tribe of Levi was never enslaved. Something to think about.